everyone, welcome back. So today I have a really exciting review for you guys and a look. I was really excited when I heard the news that Tati was coming out with a cosmetics or beauty brand. So I know she's already released Halo, and there was a lot of questions to her of like, hey, when are you going to be coming out with color cosmetics? So when she dropped the bomb on us that she was releasing Tati Beauty, I was like, I can't wait to get my hands on that. I was fully prepared to set my alarm and make sure that I could get it, but I was very shocked when she reached out to me to be on the PR list. So thank you so much, Tati. I'm a smaller channel, and that really meant a lot to me to be able to have the palette to review. So this is just beautiful. It comes in, it's Textured Neutrals Volume 1. I know that she sort of said in a few videos that she sort of talked about this, or a few clips, I can't remember where, but that there are going to be more than just one volume. So she said in her video, I think with her sister, that she has the whole collection basically planned out, which that's very Tati of her to have everything kind of planned out. So this is like the perfect thing. I don't know. I just love the packaging, the idea. This really does look like something that you could stack on your coffee table and, you know, stack a bunch of books. I know a lot of people have beauty books. So it's definitely not wasteful packaging in my opinion, because it's, I mean, it's very like simplistic and beautiful. So inside, what I thought was like such a nice touch, I don't even know like if this is personal, whatever, but she, I mean, it is personal, but I'm just saying, I hope she doesn't mind if I share my note, which I thought was so sweet, made my nose burn, but she included a note on every single person that she sent PR to. And I just think like, wow, that's just a really nice touch to say something personal to that person, you know, coming from your heart. Mine says, Laura, you have such a genuine quality that always reminds me to keep holding on to why I started YouTube. Your videos sometimes remind me of mine, which is a giant compliment. Just a very real love of makeup. Hope you love the palette. XO Tati. So that's so sweet, Tati. Thank you so much for doing that. Honestly, you have no idea how much it means to me. With that being said, she is the queen of reviews, and she would not want me to give a biased review to her palette. So I'm going to try to give the most unbiased review as possible, but spoiler alert, it's just so good that it's hard to, no matter what, there's going to be people who watch this video that are like, oh my gosh, you're just saying that because this isn't that, which is fine. But it is, this palette actually makes it hard. Like it's, I was actually thinking of something I could say that, you know, would prove that I was not being biased, but you know, that's too, what's the word for that I'm trying to think of, like planned out. But anyways, the point is that everything is really good. This palette is beautiful. The packaging out on the outside right here is almost like that velvety, not velvety, but like NARS packaging. So that would leave fingerprints. I'm kind of a messy person, so a lot of my stuff has fingerprints, but if you're someone who really cares about stuff like that, which I don't, then you can just wipe stuff down with a wipe, which I do wipe stuff down with a wipe all the time. But I just wanted to say that. So then inside of this, also on this side, it says make up. So it's just, you can only kind of read like make believe, but it does say up in like, you know, these little shiny letters. Beautiful is your story to tell, which is so cute. And then in the inside right here, when you take the palette out, it says that. So I'm definitely keeping this forever because it's very special to me that she would take the time to write such a beautiful note. So let's get into the real reason you guys are here. I'm going to do swatches on the palette, and then at the end of the video, I will just go over this look, and I will leave everything else that I'm wearing on my face in the description box below. So first of all, it's just a really beautiful, like simple, like I said, simple black with the Tati Beauty logo, Volume 1, which just sort of tells you that there's going to be more than one volume. I like it, so if you're storing it on a shelf, which I actually store all my palettes on a shelf, not in a drawer. So I like when the spine sort of is telling me what it is. So it says Tati Beauty again, and then the Volume 1. So even if there are going to be additional palettes and they all kind of look like this, it will be nice, to be honest, if they were all lined up, Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. however many she's gonna do. On the inside, there is a huge mirror. Now, this is not a chintzy mirror. It takes up the entire palette, and it's a really good quality mirror, so I definitely appreciate that. And then here we go to the most beauty of it all. So this is just very Tati to me. When I look at it, I knew if she ever came out with color cosmetics that there was going to be glitter involved. And she is just kind of known for that, like, elevated glitter is what I want to call it. Just gorgeous touch of glitter on the lid, and a way to just make you feel everyday but then glam. So I love what she did with this palette, because it is labeled over here by Rose and then up this way by Color Stories. So this is the row of glitter, this is the row of metallic, this is the row of sequin, and this is the row of mattes. And then here it is Memory, Ritual, Story, Soothe, Aura, and Poet. So you have those color stories. So if you kind of wanted to create a look like in this color story, you're gonna go this row. This color story, you see what I'm saying? Obviously you can mix and match, but it kind of does help people be like, because I know sometimes I'm like, oh, what do I want to do today? What am I really feeling? And yeah, it would be nice to just kind of go to a row. The way that it is all laid out is very aesthetically pleasing to me. So what she has with these glitters, I was extremely impressed. You will see in the video, I went to touch this glitter. I used this one over here from the Poet row, and I touched it with my finger and barely pulled my finger back, and the glitter had transferred onto my finger. So it does not take very much at all. And then the glitter transferred onto my eye really, really beautifully. Now glitter, sometimes if you don't get a good glitter, it's like an STD, it spreads. So you have to make sure you're really getting a good glitter. So far, this glitter is staying in place. I'm super impressed. I really, really love these glitters. I'm really excited. Like that, honestly, like just looking at this palette gives me a lot of inspiration is what I'll say. The next thing I really look for is how a matte eyeshadow blends. And I just reviewed a Natasha Denona palette and the Metropolis palette. And I said in that video, like, how easily the Natasha Denona matte eyeshadows blend. These remind me of how those blend. It was effortless. And I should have known, because I think Tati is a perfectionist, someone who she's tried out so much makeup. She knows exactly what she likes. She knows what we like. And she wasn't going to put out anything until it was perfect. And I can tell that that's what happened with this palette. So I had high expectations. I'm not going to lie, I did. And it has met my expectations. I will just say that. So the mattes are extremely buttery and blend. Like, I mean, I use this one right here in Soothe. This just blended, like, I was almost just like, oh, that, I'm done. Like, I could just use this all day and blend that all over my eye and I could have been done. It was just so beautiful. And I am not someone who is, like, very great at blending. I mean, I really am not. Like, that's just something I need to work on. But this just makes it easy for me. It makes me look like I know how to blend. So, beautiful. I was super impressed. Very pigmented. This black, like, I mean, be ready for it. Like, be prepared for it. Don't just think you're going to play around with putting black on, because when I use this as the eyeliner, it is intense and it's coming at you. So I love that about it, because I look for something that is going to be extremely pigmented that I can use as a liner. So this is perfect for that. Now these sequin shades are gorgeous. Like, if you could even see them up close, I haven't even dipped into a bunch of them yet, so I can only really speak for this one. But when I kind of press that on the outer corner, it is just so unique. It has these like blue shift glitters in this one, but almost like this base with this glitter. I don't know, it's like what you see an eyeshadow to be like, but then once you blend it on your eye, like all the sparkle's gone. these actually hold on to their sparkle, so I'm pretty impressed with that. And then the metallics, I actually only used this one in the inner corner, so I mean, it's popping, so I'm excited. This palette just looks super beautiful, so I'm gonna get into the swatches and then we can get into the look. Tati, what I want to tell you is you just did what we are looking for. I think 4 eyeshadows, a beautiful neutral color story in the textured neutrals. Now this releases Friday the 25th. It releases at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's paraben-free, vegan, made in the USA, retails for $48. Now that's for 6 different color stories and 4 different finishes, so 24 eyeshadows in this palette. That's a really great price, especially for these formulas. So I'm so impressed. Good price point, on the ball with the formulas, great color story in this palette, beautiful packaging, full mirror. I think it's meeting all of our expectations, I will say. When I posted this on Instagram, so many people were like, oh, please review. So, you know, I'm iffy on when I'm gonna post this review. I did reach out to Tati to ask her if, you know, what she wanted me to do about a review. I didn't want to step on her toes by posting prior to her posting her video. So she did say that I could post it at any time. So I'm not sure at this point if this is going to go up before Friday or not. But definitely she will be doing a video, sort of probably going into major in depth on the brand and her ideas behind this even more. So I can't wait for that. So I'm just going to go ahead to the swatches. Thank you so much again to Tati for sending this to me. If you guys have any questions, check down below, and then at the end of the video, if you're interested in this look, then you can just keep on watching. So let's head to the swatches. Okay, so we have the glitters, and I just want to show you like how you barely touch these and it comes right off. So I mean, they're incredible. Okay, here are those glitters. They are just so beautiful. And even when you look up close, like these right here have so much dimension in them. They're just stunning. I applied mine dry, but I can't even imagine if you use like a little bit of a base or a glitter glue, like how impressive these will become. But I mean, like I said, just even dry, they apply and transfer. I kind of pressed it, tapped and pressed it, and it just applied beautifully. Okay, the next row are these metallics. Okay, here are the metallics. They're just so beautiful. This is like such a pretty like smoky color, and then the bronze, almost peach, and then golden. It just kind of includes every honest color story that I would even consider. So they're just so beautiful. Okay, and then you have this row right here. This is the sequin row, which I think is super unique because it's like this really awesome satin formula with these sparkles in them. These don't feel dry. They feel really buttery and nice. So I know a lot of shadows with this formula, I feel like they've always felt dry, but these are not the case. So that was what I was expecting, and I just wanted to point that out, that they're not the case. Can you see like the gorgeous finish of these and the glitter? Like I cannot wait to do like this really beautiful smoky eye with that around the holidays. I mean, they're just so pretty. When I use this, just the amount of like bluish type glitter that's in it that shifted on the eyes just totally enhanced the look. So I love this type of formula, and it's very creamy. Okay, the last row are these mattes. Like this matte black is insane. It's like the pitchiest of all blacks. Really buttery, beautiful formula mattes. And here are those final matte shades, just all very, very pigmented. Blend this one, and this one I used in this look, and this one. Oh, did I use? No, I used this one on the bottom lash line. So the only shade I didn't use was this. So I can speak to the formula on how all of these work, and they are just absolutely beautiful. I mean, they just blend it out like a dream. So awesome job, Tati. Okay, that wraps up the swatches. As you can see, I mean, each shade is just, it's just beautiful, and I love that idea again of the different finishes within the same color story. It just kind of lays the palette out in a really beautiful way. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in this look, I'm going to get right into that now so you can sort of see how the eyeshadows apply on the eye. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe before you leave, and let's just go ahead and get into the look. Okay, hopping into this, I wanted to show it when it was beautiful and clean and untouched. So here is the untouched palette. I'm going to go in with this bottom shade right here. This is just beautiful all over, like a cream color, like a matte cream color. So I just kind of set my base with that, and then I went into this really gorgeous matte brown. I was almost like sort of shocked at like how easily this, I don't know what I'm doing with my face, by the way. I really don't know. Do you ever notice that you make weird faces? But anyways, I was super impressed by the blendability of that matte shade. And then I went in with this dark maroon-ish type shade, and I love it. Like, I just kind of tapped it on the outer corner. So I'm doing like a snow globe, or I guess they're called like halo look in this look today. So I'm doing it in the inner corner and the outer corner, the strongest of the color, and then I'm sort of just blending it towards the center. So that's what you see me doing here. I mean, this just applied and blended like a dream. Like I would have just stopped right there, but as you can see, I'm like, whoa. And I think I say, this is so good. Okay, so then I go on with this shimmery, or this sequin shade, and I kind of just press that on there before I'm going to go in with the glitters. And then I barely touched this glitter. I literally barely touched it. I was like, what the heck? So tap it on. I pressed this on with my finger, and it transferred from my hand, from my fingertip onto the eye, which I was pretty impressed, because a lot of times it kind of just sticks to your finger. So I was checking my finger, like, did this all like transfer on? And it did. So it's beautiful. I put it on. I have hooded eyes, so sometimes glitter kind of, you know, transfers a little bit up on me. But then I went back in with those shades, those more maroonish type shades. I mixed them, the two of them together, and just took the opportunity to deepen the outer corners. I think I used the sequin shade right here, and I'm just kind of using that to pack on. So some of the glitter and shimmer in that showed through. I was like super impressed. Then I went in with the matte black, and I realized I lost the footage. I don't even know what happened, but I used that to line my upper lash line, and it was perfect. It was so matte, it was so black, and it just kind of sat there and made a beautiful liner. So I'm going in and touching up. I have lashes on. I don't even know what the lashes I'm wearing are, to be honest. I pulled them off of like the back of a thing. So name unknown. And then I went back in with this matte shade just to kind of clean up and run through the brow bone and make sure I clean up any mistakes. Going in with this metallic shade in the inner corner. And then I went in with the deepest brown, and then this lighter brown, and did that under the lash line. And I put on some bottom lash mascara, and that is the end of the look. I really love how this turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.